life beef with Ray J and Pastor Jamal Bryant. As you know, the Reverend Dr. Jamal Bryant is the pastor of New Birth Baptist Church in Atlanta. So, how did all this come about? Well, I'm about to break it down to you. I have a video from Indisputable with Dr. Richey, and he recently talked about Pastor Jamal Bryant's response to Ray J's threat over releasing the interview. Not too long ago, Ray J was on live Instagram with Nicki Minaj, and it was an unusual interview. I saw it in its entirety. I don't know if that interview has something to do with this. Well, we're about to find out. Tyrone Bowman Live. Welcome to the program. So, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button because I talk about everything on this channel, and you never know what my topic or topics are going to be. So, let's get right down to this. Church World ain't got nothing on Hollywood.
Ray J threatens Pastor Jamal Bryant, my dear brother and friend, and one of the most prolific voices in the gospel, according to many. Well, he does apologize, but let me give you the 411. Here it is.
Shout out to Jamal Bryant. Shout out to Von Alvarez. But if y'all play that interview, somebody gets snatched off the pulpit. Don't play the interview. It's not clear. It was out of bounds. Me and Pastor Bryant need to talk because the way I was treated was dirty and illegal. And I don't like it. And I don't want nobody to play that interview. I don't care if you're from the church or not. Like be respectful and do people right. Don't call people out their name and don't make people feel like they're not safe in a place where they thought they were safe. I'm telling you right now, we need to work it out. Because if we don't, that's going to be a problem.
Let's put the picture up. Ray J, the members of New Birth will whoop your ass, sir. I don't understand what you were going through that day when you decided to go live and say such a ridiculous thing. But sir, you're an adult. If you did an interview, you don't like what you said during the interview or maybe how the interview went. I just don't see you doing that to other people that have interviewed you before. I don't see you pulling that tough man game with other interviews that you have done. And sir, you have had some interviews to go south. I have not seen you threaten any of those individuals. And I have actually defended you, Ray J, but on this one, dear brother, I'm going to have to say something. In the latest season of the very popular podcast, Let's Be Clear, Pastor Jamal Bryant has brought listeners into very candid conversations with an impressive lineup of influential figures from politics to pop culture. Known for his bold and straightforward approach, Bryant recently sat down with Ray J. All right? He also had some other heavy hitters. I remember he had BET host Jeff Johnson. He had the big homie Master P, political icon Stacey Abrams. But his upcoming conversation with singer-turned-entrepreneur Ray J might have stirred up more than he anticipated and might not see the light of day, according to Ray J, if Ray J gets his way. I've actually interviewed Ray J a couple of times. And every time I've interviewed Ray J on my radio program, he has some kind of new gadget he was promoting. He always had a new device, a new invention, a new thing that was hitting the market, always promoting. He was embracing his entrepreneurial spirit. Let me say that. All right? So, the One Wish singer seems upset about some of the things discussed during their recording and posted a heated message on social media directed at Bryant and his team, claiming that he was treated unfairly and even describing his experience as, quote, dirty and, quote, illegal. Well, so you need to get your attorneys involved at this point then, if you believe that. Ray J said in an Instagram video warning the New Birth Missionary Baptist Church pastor against airing footage from their interview. And here's the other thing, Ray J. Jamal Bryant will whoop your ass. And while you're going around saying you're going to snatch somebody out of the pulpit, sir, I wish would. Sir, I really do. I don't know what it is that made you believe that you could just start talking like this, all reckless. Maybe because he's a man of the cloth. All right. I got nothing but love for Pastor Bryant. Ray J said. Shout out to Jamal Bryant. Shout out to your next publicist. But if y'all play that interview, somebody getting snatched off the pulpit. Now, sir, it ain't nothing but one person in this pulpit. Do you understand? Like it's obviously we know who you're talking about. Now,
I got nothing but love for Pastor Bryant.
let me just continue. He continued, don't play the interview. It's not clear. He was out of bounds. Me and Pastor Bryant need to talk because the way I was treated was dirty and illegal, and I don't like it. I don't care if you're from the church or not. Be respectful and do people right. So Brandy's brother went on to explain his frustration, suggesting that he felt unsafe and unfairly treated during the conversation. The outspoken star made it clear that if his demands were not met, there would be, quote, a problem, emphasizing his desire for respect and fair treatment. Okay. All right, there's more. Quote, I don't care if you're from the church or not. Be respectful and do people right. Don't call people out their name and don't make people feel like they're not safe in the place where they thought they were safe. He added, underscoring his disappointment in the experience.
I got nothing but love for Pastor
Ray J,
Bryant.
who was raised in the church with his family, concluded his message with a direct warning. Quote, I'm telling you right now, we need to work it out because if we don't, there's going to be a problem. Shortly after the stern warning, another video featuring the Wait a Minute singer circulated where he claimed N-words just tried to shoot me and tried to kill me. N-words, and you want me to apologize? NFU. It's unclear if both videos are related, but fans of Bryant's podcast and Ray J alike have mixed emotions about the bold threat. Quote, Brandy, come get your little brother, one follower quipped, while in another, the Shade Room's comment section, well, you just incriminated yourself. Press charges, Jamal, one person wrote. As another thought, this was all part of a master plan to get more views. Quote, great advertisement for the interview. Ray J marketing gimmick, end quote. The Love and Hip Hop Miami star is known for grabbing the media attention with his viral antics, whether it's publicity from his sex tape with Kim Kardashian, promoting a product from his brand, or more recently having a public square-off with Diddy's sons. We covered that here in Indisputable. Ray J knows how to go viral, but this is not what fans were expecting. Quote, that's not how it works. Another fan wrote, quote, you don't control whether an interview gets posted or no. You did the interview. Now he's over here physically threatening someone, end quote. One of Pastor Bryant's followers declared, quote, we would jump him. LOL, in the name of the Lord, end quote. Celebrity life coach and house party star AJ Johnson also hopped in the comment section and said, oh, Ray J called me. I'm stuck at how you do an interview you don't want seen to where you threaten. You're better than this, end quote. Many on the X platform were shocked that the former Moesha star will publicly come for the good pastor. Ray J is literally just a spoiled brat turned adult. He's an insufferable man who refuses to grow up, one tweet read. Another used a meme of Bryant's ex-wife from The Real Housewives, adding Ray J threatened to snatch Jamal Bryant out of a pulpit if he airs their podcast. I know Pastor Holy better not let Brandy's brother punk him. Many eagerly awaited to see whether Bryant and his team will respond or clarify the situation. And hours after the post went viral, the Morehouse graduate posted a response on his Instagram profile, quote, I was so grateful to recently interview one of the few mavericks of this generation, Ray J, who has been more than impactful in many different fields. Okay. It was both surprising and disheartening to wake up to unfounded threats and baseless accusations directed at me. Pastor Bryant wrote in the caption, adding, quote, as part of our commitment to honest dialogue, we ensured that specific comments with potential legal ramifications were edited out of the interview to safeguard the best interests of a brother beloved. Bryant continued explaining that his podcast mission is to foster authentic and constructive conversations with thought leaders, and this episode was no exception. We are a live-to-tape production that ordinarily makes no edits. However, in the spirit of brotherhood, it was nixed with the agreement that no other adjustments would be made as the Jamal Bryant podcast. Let's be clear, endeavors to be earnest and transparent on every episode, he added. The Atlanta preacher went on to say that he and Ray J's private agreements have now been brought into the public eye, but refuses to be embroiled in a battle that demeans our community and all that I stand for. He concluded his message by expressing unconditional love for the former Moesha Star as he offered grace and peace. Many of Bryant's 748,000 followers, sir, you don't want that smoke. 748,000 followers chimed in praising his approach to the situation. Though he did not back down to the self-proclaimed blood, he did make an effort to de-escalate the tense exchange. He's got too much soprano in his voice to be making threats. One follower commented about Ray J, while another wrote, well said, Pastor, we have you back. One fan added, you two nice pastors should have knocked his head between the wash and dryer. We're going to step for our pastor, just like the Beehive steps for Beyonce. The Saints are stepping for Pastor, the New Birth member shared. So are you releasing a podcast? Several followers chimed in, to which Bryant revealed the episode will be released Thursday. That's today. Firmly. So it should have been released at some point today. One thing is clear, Bryant's congregation stands firmly behind him and ready to defend him, even if that means challenging a celebrity like Ray J. And after all the controversy, Ray J eventually apologized and said this.
No matter what prompted me to say that, and Pastor Bryant knows some of the stuff that I was going through. I mean, I was going through it in the interview in real time. But to show my frustration like that is not cool. Saying I'm gonna snatch somebody off the pulpit and their pastor is being blasphemy or on that same level, whatever that means. It's not okay. My bad, Pastor Bryant. I apologize, man. I lost it. I'm human. People go through stuff, and I was very angry because I'm scared that some of the stuff I said that I wasn't supposed to say could affect me legally and stuff like that. So I just lost it, and I shouldn't have said words like that. If you would have me at your church next time you are fellowshipping, I would love to come through.
Him sorry. Senator, I really do think the earth is moving into the fourth density or twilight zone or something. Something is going on out here in these streets. What say you?
Yes.
Now, look, listen. Ray J saw them comments from them church members.
And Ray J is a church boy himself. I'm a church girl. And I've seen many things happen in the pulpit, but I never seen nobody snatched out of the pulpit. And I'm glad it takes a big person. First of all, Pastor Bryant, the bishop, who I know very well and I am friends with, he handled that masterfully. And he gave Brother Ray J the space to come back and apologize. And I'm glad that Ray J did that. I have appeared on national television with Ray J a couple of times now on News Nation with Chris Cuomo. And I love how Pastor said that Ray J was one of the very few rebels with a cause of his generation. What did he say exactly? He said one of the few Mavericks, you know? So the pastor came at it. You know, Dr. Richey, it really is the way that Pastor Bryant handled this situation, because he could have been all puffed up and swole up in the chest over it, but he de-escalated it like a good pastor should, and gave Ray J the space that he needed, despite all the threats to bring it on in the comments. He de-escalated that thing and gave Ray J the opportunity to apologize. And I'm glad that Ray J did that. He admitted that he was going through something. We all go through something. Not all of us will take to social media to air it out. But, you know, he was going through something. It takes a big person to come back and say, hey, I messed up, and I want to apologize, and hopefully you'll have me at the church. So I hope the bishop do have young Ray J at the church.
Yeah, I agree. And big ups to not only the ministry, but also the man. Jamal Bryant, I've interviewed him in front of college students at a previous university I taught at, and I've had him on my radio show numerous times. And we also, when we did our TEDx talks, we did it at New Birth, and he was the chief coordinator, along with the president of Morris Brown College, Dr. Kevin James.
Yeah.
So you talk about somebody who really gives a damn about the culture. He actually cares about the culture, right? And then to see Ray J do that, man, I was about to throw my hands on Ray J.
No, come on,
Ray
no violence. No black on black violence.
Exactly. And that's why Pastor Jamal exists. He reminds us.
He does. And you know, when the pastor was in Baltimore, you remember, I mean, he walked myself through Senator Sanders at the time that was running for president, through where all that violence and shooting. I mean, Dr. Jamal, Bishop Bryant.
So what exactly did Ray J say? Well, I happen to have the actual video, and I'm going to play that now, courtesy of Say Dat TV. So I've got to give them credit, and it's at Say Dat TV. Actually, I just subscribed to the channel because they got a lot of great stuff on there. So here's what Ray J actually said to Reverend Dr. Pastor Jamal Bryant.
I got nothing but love for Pastor Bryant. Shout out to Jamal Bryant. Shout out to Von Alvarez. But if y'all play that interview, somebody getting snatched off the pulpit, don't play the interview. It's not clear. It was out of bounds. Me and Pastor Bryant need to talk, because the way I was treated was dirty and illegal. And I don't like it. And I don't want nobody to play that interview. I don't care if you from the church or not. Like be respectful and do people right. Don't call people out their name, and don't make people feel like they're not safe in a place where they thought they were safe. I'm telling you right now, we need to work it out. Because if we don't, that's going to be a problem. Just tried to shoot me and tried to kill me. You want me to apologize? I got nothing but love for Pastor Bryant. Shout out to...
So Ray J did apologize to Pastor Bryant, and clearly there are a lot of things going on in Ray J's life right now, and I hope Ray J gets the help that he needs before it is too late. Tyrone Bowman Live. Thanks for watching.